A good boss should challenge you to use all the skills you've learned along the way. The bosses in this video didn't do any of that. All we could say after beating these pushovers was a big resounding, "Was that it?" Get ready for 10 shockingly easy bosses you can beat with your eyes closed.
You may be a walking apocalypse, but I've got my brains, and my guns, and this ship! I may just have a chance again!
Simple, Revolt Hunter! Now, go collect the fruits of your labors from the terminus!
This sweet cotton candy looking monstrosity is just as dangerous as he looks. All you have to do is lick the guy to shrink him until he's dead. His only retaliation is to slowly jump around the stage a bit. As if that wasn't heart-wrenchingly difficult enough, every time you lick Cloud N candy, he heals you. He even tells you how to kill him, for God's sake. We get that this game is primarily aimed at kids, but come on, this is just ridiculous. Negative Man in the Game Boy Advance game Mother 3 is one of the weakest and most depressed video game enemies in history. He's already on his knees when you meet him and cries throughout the whole battle. There's little point in him even trying to fight you as he keeps saying he'll lose. You almost feel bad beating this optional boss, but the loot he carries is worth a fair amount, so you may as well just punch him in his sad face. There's really nothing heroic about beating this poor excuse of an enemy.
Make no sudden movements, Earthling. I require large amounts of your currency.
Sure, Space Dude, whatever you say, just don't disintegrate me or whatever.
How low the mighty have fallen.
Spider-Man 2 is a surprisingly good movie tie-in game with a super easy boss fight. Mysterio gives Spider-Man a little speech and you expect an epic battle to follow. That is right until you throw your first punch and the fishbowl head is knocked right off him.
I will not hold back! You face your doom!
Whoa! That was sick, dude!
This nerd was robbing a small convenience store in a B-movie-esque costume with a Mysterio-like voice and music playing in the background. Pretty funny if you ask us.
You face your doom!
Whoa! That was sick, dude!
Kojima is known for putting weird stuff in his games, and Metal Gear Solid 5 is no different. This open-world stealth game is all about player freedom and creativity. That's certainly something players exploited when they came across the quiet boss battle. The easiest and funniest way to beat her is to simply order a couple of supply drops to land on her head. We couldn't stop laughing when we saw that this tactic actually worked. Good game, Kojima.
The female sniper. Quiet. Cypher's assassin.
How many lives depend on this disc? Hundreds? Thousands? Perhaps billions.
Dying Light is a pretty cool zombie survival game with a horrible final boss. If there's one thing the gaming industry needs to learn as a whole, it's that the final showdown should never be a quick-time event.
He died with his brother in this city. You don't even belong here, Crane. You don't know what suffering is.
That's why the ending of Dying Light is such a bummer. While it did feel great to finally take down the bastard, we wish it was a little harder than pressing a few buttons. What were they thinking?
What's that for a decision, asshole?
It's like that.
Well, that's exactly why I could.
The final boss in Mirror's Edge is the easiest boss we've ever seen. He looks like a badass as he makes threats at you with his gun, but all you have to do is jump. Take one running jump and kick him out of the helicopter. It might be a fitting end to a game that's all about running and jumping, but it makes for a pretty terrible boss fight.
Do you consider that a victory? You're merely delaying the inevitable.
Lucian from Fable 2 has to be the easiest final boss of all time. He doesn't even attack you, but simply talks to you until you kill him with one shot.
Does not deserve its own existence. The new kingdom will have no place for fate or chaos or hero.
Oh, I thought it'd never shut up.
Seriously, all you have to do is pull the trigger. You expect him to crawl back up as some godlike being so the real fight can start, but he doesn't. This is more of an execution than an actual boss fight.
Do you consider that a victory? You're merely delaying.
Oh, I thought it'd never shut up.
Fallout 3 takes you across the wastelands of America's capital and pits you against tribes, armies, 8-foot-tall super mutants, and a psychotic supercomputer. The final boss is a jewel for all ages that's been building up for almost half of the entire story. Except the problem with Colonel Autumn is that he's merely a man.
I can't say I'm surprised. You and your ilk seem hell-bent on destroying everything our government has worked to achieve. There's nothing to stop me from killing you this time. Let's end this.
He's just some bloke armed with a pistol and only a polo neck and a parka coat to protect him. 2 well-placed shots later, and the whole thing comes to a quick end. Undertale is full of super easy bosses with 1 health point and enemies like Azrael Dreamer, to which you literally cannot die. However, your favorite easy boss has to be Metaton Neo. He looks like he's gonna wreck you, but he dies in 1 shot from any weapon. Despite claiming to be a human eradicator, Metaton Neo does absolutely nothing. Any non-missing attack will instantly kill him, as he is scripted to take between 9,000 and 1 million damage. What a joke! We get that the Hulk is a powerful character, but the final boss at the end of this Super Nintendo game is beyond easy. Arch nemesis of the Hulk, the leader, is finally within arm's reach. This smart, evil man that you've spent the whole game hunting down stands before you, and all he does is watch you. He doesn't even attempt to attack you, and all you have to do is uppercut the guy once. 1 punch to complete the game and make the credits roll. Why the heck was he even there? What is the easiest boss you've ever fought? Let us know in the comments, and please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
This is your last chance.
You're about to be taught a lesson in pain. Name yourself after an animal, and you're gonna get eaten. Who wants to show me where the penguin is?